Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For the video today, I'm back with my 6-month Accutane update. I've tried so many times saying that, I don't know why, it's become such a tongue twister to me, but I've been on Accutane for a little bit over 6 months at this point that I sit down to film the video. I did want to wait until I had my 6-month update, which was a little bit after the 6-month mark. You know what I mean. It's about 6.5 months since I started Accutane, and there are a few updates, I guess, that I have to share since last update, which occurred at the 3-month mark. I'll make sure that I link all my previous Accutane related videos up, if I'm remembering the right side, and down below as well, in case you want to see them if you haven't seen them yet, because I'm not really going to touch on anything that's happened in the past. It's basically going to be an update from taking me from the 3-month mark until the 6-month mark, or now. In truth, there hasn't really been too much in the way of changes in the past 3 months. However, I did get some news at the recent appointment with my dermatologist that shakes things up a little bit, so of course I wanted to make a video and share the slight updates I've had, as well as where I'll be going from here with my treatment. But yes, not much has changed at all since the 3-month update in terms of my skin and also any side effects. I haven't really had any I haven't had any breakouts. Let's start there. My skin has been clear the past 3 months. I'm thinking back, I haven't had a breakout once, which has been amazing. I haven't had any nosebleeds, which is where I was about to go in. I had a couple of those earlier on, but obviously that has stopped. I still have dry-ish lips. I've just made best friends with lip balm. I always have a couple on me when I leave the house, and apart from that, the upsides is I'm still not washing my hair that much, and the skin on my body seems pretty unaffected. I have had a little bit of dry skin on the back of my hands, mainly in this area here, but it might be from how I'm washing my hands, I'm not too sure. I've just bought another tube or bottle of the hand cream from the Body Shop, which is my holy grail hand cream, and after using that for a few nights, it's really helped. And apart from that, things are going pretty much as normal since the last 3-month update. I can't remember if I said at the time when I did that update, but I have had 1 or 2 bad dreams where I had a bad breakout. That was the dream. It was a nightmare, and I would wake up and look in the mirror and think, I'm okay. So hopefully that doesn't come to fruition when I eventually stop treatment. I've had 1 blood test in this time. Again, I don't have mine every month like I know some people do. My dermatologist just had me have a blood test at the start and then in between visits. So I had one recently and the results were all clear. I did double check in my recent appointment, and she said it mainly checks for obviously not being pregnant, because that's a big no-no on Accutane and it's not something that I'm pursuing anyway, so that's obviously fine. No pregnancy. It checks the cholesterol and also something to do with your liver. I don't know exactly how they can confirm that from a blood test, but they check the liver's healthy, obviously from processing this drug, and I was fine on all those fronts. So it was pretty much good news all around this month, or these past 3 months. No real negative side effects to report back on. Everything's going pretty according to plan, and obviously the stable skin is just so amazing. I'm very happy. Now, a few random things that I did want to mention as well before I get onto the actual information I got in my recent appointment. I noted these down. This is very random, but I feel like it's important to mention since it is kind of a side effect. I got in the middle of a dog fight between my 2 dogs. I don't know why I'm laughing. They always play fight and normally they're fine, but one scrap they got into about a month ago was a little bit worse. They're fine, I'm fine, but I think just because they couldn't get away from each other, they were on some slippery ground at the time, I just had to intervene. And I did so with my arm. I copped a little bit of a bite. Let's zoom in. Can you even see this right now? I got one of Macy's fangs in my arm, and it's kind of turned into a little bit of a keloid scar. It's quite small, but it's definitely scarred differently to how I'd normally scar. I don't often get into dog fights or too many accidents where I have some sort of cut or anything, so maybe it's not too related to the Accutane, but just something worth mentioning. Now, another random one that I thought to mention because I thought it was kind of funny at the time. Where I'm going into this is going to sound very random. My friend who I caught up with recently, haven't seen her in a while, she is a nurse in the oncology unit of a hospital or oncology ward. She deals with cancer patients, she helps them. And she was telling me, because I told her I was on Accutane, this is all going well, blah blah blah. She told me, yeah, my patients take that. And I just thought that was like an urban legend or a myth. I had heard that Accutane used to be or still is a cancer drug. I definitely have seen people make comments like that on YouTube videos saying, don't take it, it's a cancer drug, as if it's like a bad thing. I mean, obviously it's good for the skin, it has potentially bad side effects, so I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Accutane, but I just thought it was like an urban legend, and lo and behold, she said it's true. So I thought I'd mention that because that was interesting. And last of all, for the random things before I get into the appointment, I have some completely unrelated health issues to the skin, to the Accutane, that will require me having surgery potentially in the near future. And I've just been worrying about that a little bit before my appointment because I thought that Accutane may affect it, or it may affect healing. You know, I didn't know if it would affect general anesthetic. Being cut open, I had no idea. So I was keen to chat to my dermatologist about the Accutane and what to do. But I had my appointment a couple days ago as we sit down to film this. It was my 6-month appointment, but it was about 6.5 months after starting Accutane. So I went in and sat down with my dermatologist, and she just checked to see how you're going. You know, your skin looks good. Do you have any things to share with me? And I said, not really, my skin has been pretty stable. She could also tell this because she'd seen me 3 months prior. She took update pictures, although she didn't take any this time, probably because my skin didn't look any different. Because of all of this, she told me that I'm pretty much ready to start winding down my treatment, which is so exciting. Obviously, I am what I thought would be halfway through, but I'm going to be wrapping up a lot quicker. Where was this? Apparently, yeah, I noted down a few things, so just bear with me. She explained how normally someone in my weight range, because that's how they calculate how much you need, along with the severity of your acne, she said 6 boxes would normally be enough. I'm taking 20 milligrams a day in my case, but maybe people would have a 6-month course taking 40 milligram. That's just my estimate. And what she said was, because I haven't had any breakouts or issues in the past couple months, I'm able to start winding down. And I have just started a box. She gave me a script for another one. So that means I've got about 1.5 boxes left. So obviously, if I take one every single day, which I don't always do, I definitely take breaks if I'm taking strong painkillers that day or have had a few drinks. So give or take a little bit of time, but I think I should finish in July, which means, long story short, I know I'm rambling and going off on tangents a bit. This basically means I'll be doing a 10-month course when all is said and done, as opposed to 12 months. So that's not bad at all, in my opinion. I know that, I mean, I was prepared to do a full year, but now at the 6-month mark, I feel like in some ways it's been really quick, and in some ways it feels like I've been taking this medicine forever. So shaving off 2 months is absolutely an exciting thing for me. I'm pretty happy with that. Plus, it just means, I mean, first of all, it's not super cheap. Like, each box is about $50. Yes, it lasts 2 months, but it's all the little side effects, all the little things like dry lips. It's starting to be a little bit annoying. As much as I'm used to it, I look forward to the day when my lips don't feel like they're going to fall off. And I think it probably goes without saying, I don't want to take medicine if I don't have to be. I feel things have been stable for the past few months, and obviously I've got a little ways to go, but at a certain point, if it's working, I don't want to take it for too long if I don't have to. So I'm very happy with this update. I was also told at my appointment that I won't need any more blood tests, in my case, just because everything's been fine on the past few, that I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and I'm fine to not have any more blood tests. She said, obviously don't get pregnant, but again, that's not an issue for me. Even though it's not relevant to me, she did say that after stopping Accutane, pregnancy should not be started for a month, in case that's useful information for anyone out there. But yeah, she said that my bloods were all fine, and I will say, I think when I first started, I thought I wouldn't drink at all, or very rarely, that I would skip a pill if I was going to drink at all and only have one drink and play it super safe. And I was very, very careful to the point of being paranoid when I first started this medication, and over time I've been a little bit more relaxed. I've lived life, I've had a few wines or a few beers here and there. Sometimes when I would have a few more drinks than normal, I would definitely skip the pill the next day, or I think I said if I've taken like heavy pain meds or something, because I didn't want my liver to be pushed too hard. But I'm at the point now where I'm drinking less, I'd say, than before Accutane, before I started my treatment, but I might still have 1 or 2 drinks a week. And obviously my liver has been coping fine with that, so I thought I'd mention that too. I know that one of my friends who's on Accutane wasn't even told anything different about drinking when she first started her treatment, so I suppose each doctor is probably different. Everyone's lifestyle is different as well, obviously, and you know, your dosage might or might not affect it, but this is just my experience. I feel that just sums up everything. My experience, I'm not giving anyone personal advice, but I still feel to know these things, how someone else is going, it helps. I know certainly I liked hearing about other people's experiences just as something to think about while I was starting my treatment and beforehand when I did all my research. But apart from that, the only other things that I discussed with the doctor was how likely it will be for my skin to potentially get bad again, because as hopeful as I am and as good as things are now, it is a fear of mine and it is a potential thing that can happen. I was told by my dermatologist that about 50% of people who take this, their skin will get bad again, but if it does get bad, apparently it's not right away. It takes some time. She said it could be 1 year, it could be 10 years, which is obviously a huge difference. But obviously if the acne doesn't return, there are 50% of people who don't really have a blemish ever again, or they might have one single breakout. I think for me, I'm open to whatever outcome there may be. I think these past couple months of clear skin has helped me so much, and it's gotten rid of all the very deep cystic acne that I had disappearing at the start. It worked its way out through the first few months. And I think when I come off, I will be coming up with a plan of attack. I'm going to be downing so much water and really being careful with my skincare. So hopefully I'm one of the lucky few, but at the very least, I would hope this has given me a jump start, and I know that I can handle the Accutane, so if I need to, I'll do another course, but I really, really hope I'm one of the lucky few who doesn't need it. Now, another reason why I'm excited to be finishing soon or finishing early is the fact that I can get back to scar treatment. And I asked because obviously I'm going to be winding down. I said how long I would have to wait, and in my case I was told I'll only need to wait 3 months, which is great. Obviously 3 months is not a super short amount of time, but I'd seen things online of people being told that they needed to wait 6 months or, you know, a whole year, and obviously that's considerably quite a lot more. So I'm very happy with that. When I finish this treatment, July, I'll be able to start treatments before the end of the year. I'll probably go back and get some more needling done because I found that worked really well in my case, and hopefully, depending on how my skin goes, hopefully no acne returns, hopefully I can start doing my skin treatments, and I'll just keep getting back on track. And I think that will be another boost on getting my skin to a really good place, because right now it's clear. It'd be really interesting to see how the following months develop with getting rid of any scarring. The only other thing I think I had to mention was about my surgery. This is obviously super specific to me, but perhaps this is something that may affect other people. In my case, it is something that's kind of been a long time coming in some ways, but only just started to ramp up recently. And on the subject of getting surgery, again, this is just my specific situation, and my dermatologist, she advised me it is okay to have surgery while on Accutane. One thing I was extra concerned about when I realized this scar from the dog bite looked pretty bad. Obviously it's not a straight incision with a surgical blade and taken care of in that sense, but I did wonder, would I have huge keloid scarring on my surgery incisions when I have it, because it's not so much a I can't think of the word, but it's something that I need to have. It's not really something that is for a cosmetic reason or anything like that. For my surgery, I was worried that I would have keloid scars, which at the end of the day, if they happen, it's not the end of the world, but I would prefer not to have it. So that was my concern going into the appointment. My doctor had told me I can have surgery, and at the end of the day, apparently it would only affect healing time a little bit. Wounds would take a little bit longer to heal. She didn't say anything about scar formation, and she did say if I was worried about it, I can stop my Accutane for about 2 weeks prior to the surgery and resume 2 weeks after the fact. So I think that's probably what I'll do if I have the surgery before July. So I'm pretty happy with that too. I think going in, there were a few concerns I had, and pretty much everything was wiped away. I pretty much walked out of my appointment with a big goofy smile on my face. So everything is looking very promising for now, and I guess that's pretty much everything I have to update on. I will zoom in really quick and show my skin. Whoa. Alright, so I feel like everything looks pretty similar to the 3 month mark. Don't judge my lack of makeup too harshly, since I still have eyebrows and mascara on. I basically took off my face makeup when I finished work. But yeah, no blemishes. I think I had like a slight dark mark here when I did my last update from extracting a blackhead, and it is ever so lightly still there, but it kind of just blends in with the rest. I mean, God knows I've got enough red marks on my face. Now it's not as dark as it used to be. Yeah, no blemishes, no blackheads, no closed pores. I haven't been oily, anything like that. It's just been really good skin. I think using my standard sort of moisturizers and oils as I feel the need. I sort of do it a bit intuitively since I have a few products. I've worked out a really good system, and I know I've spoken a little bit here and there about my products that I liked before, and I've got a whole video talking about them specifically. So again, I'll link that up and down below. But this is how everything's looking. Again, probably super similar to the 3 month mark. On that note as well, for a while I was still doing the daily photos that I did in previous videos, but I have a feeling that it's kind of pointless to include. I'll go back and double check, but if they serve no purpose, I won't include them here, but if they do, you'll see a quick little montage. But now with that, that's all of my updates. So I'll be leaving you here, but I just wanted to thank you so much for watching and following along with this journey. If you've seen my previous videos as well, I hope that it helps you out if you're going to be starting Accutane, or if you are currently on it. Like me, I hope it helps. If you've got any questions about Accutane while I'm still on it, please let me know down below, or obviously if you see this way in the future, but this video will be in the past, leave a comment down below and I would love to answer it. But obviously now, while I'm still on it, if there's any active questions that you have for how I'm dealing with everything, please let me know as well. But like I said, I will be leaving you here, so I just wanted to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. But like I said, I will be leaving you here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!